So now this is Unique Professionals number 3. So this is going to be a series. I'm going to do like 1,000 episodes to this Unique Professionals. I love this. I love this concept because I can explain, I can teach and then kind of explain my crazy brain how it works. Because digital marketers are crazy. Good digital marketers, they're not sane people. They're just not. They're not normal people. You can't be a digital marketer is not a normal person. A good one. It's just not. Because they're reading people. You're not really trying to be friends with people because people, they're trying to get over you. Like Grant Cardone, sell or be sold, right? People are selling to you every day. So I'm trying to say, Unique Professionals number 3. So I want to talk about design, right? Now, a lot of people, so video, right? Video really blew up. I'm going to say like 2020. 2020, video blew up, right? When I say video, I mean like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, right? Video, like for ads. But don't rule out still images. Like still images still work. Why do you think NFTs blew up? Because still images, they still work. Because you got to think, you're building a relationship with somebody with just a photo. Why you think OnlyFans models and all this shit and dudes are commenting on all these girls' pictures with just a fucking photo? Because a guy is falling in love with a fucking photo. He's looking at it for 10 seconds. If a dude looks at a photo, if somebody looks at a photo of somebody for 10 seconds, that's a hell of a relationship being built. Because the shit is not even moving. It's not even moving. So you're thinking, oh, it's like, that's a nice hair. That's a nice blonde. It's like, boom, boom, boom. I want to click it and I want more. But if it's a video, you have to click it, then you have to wait, and then it has a process. Then you're looking at it like, I don't care, boom. But a still image is like, it freezes people. And it's like, And now if you could do that, that's why NFTs are so huge. Because it put a monetary value to it. It's not like, it's just not like a still image. Like, no, this has value behind it. So now people look at it like, what is the value in this? You see what I'm saying? But I mean, NFTs, when they blew, I'm not big on them. Well, I am big on NFTs, of course. I'm just saying, people who think NFTs are stupid don't really understand what the big side of it. Like they think, oh, I can steal this because it's not yours. You're like, no, that's not. You're not getting the concept. The reason NFTs really blew up is really because of money laundering, really, to be honest. Because it's like, oh, I got $1 million and I just scammed somebody out of 10 million. Let me put it in this random fucking NFT that nobody knows about. And the people are betting on, oh, they're going to invest in this one and then they're going to come up. But they're like, no, it's really the value in the nostalgia and the fact that it's it's a still image. Like, look at art in general. Like, people are like, oh, why would you pay $10 million for a piece of picture on a wall? It's the same concept. It's really the same fucking concept. Why you think all the big companies are waiting to get into NFTs? Because they're going to get into it. You think you're not going to see a fucking Pokemon NFT? Like with all these Pokemons from 1 to 1,000, whatever, an NFT for each in different forms? Yeah, that's another fucking $100 billion for Pokemon just because NFTs exist. It's another $100 billion. They got Pokemon, different types, boom, art. People going to be investing in Pokemon fucking NFTs. And it's going to explode. Super Mario NFTs, can you imagine that shit? This shit's going to explode. NFTs are huge. Humongous. Just think of this is about still images, right? So just think about this when you're making advertisements. That's what I'm saying. So I guess I can keep going with this because we're talking about the power of a still image with your advertisement. Because you need images, you need ad imagery when you do Facebook, right? Or anything. But really, I'm talking about Facebook because that's like the number one generator for ads platforms. And everything else is just images with ads. Pretty much Pinterest and Instagram too. It's just images with ads. But Facebook is like copy, ads. It's the universal. That's why it works the best. So back to NFTs and like, see, Gary Vee is the smartest entrepreneur because he understands nostalgia. He really understands nostalgia. That's why he's the greatest entrepreneur to me. Like, just imagine, right? Just look at your childhood. Look at Donkey Kong. Look at like Super Nintendo. Look at Pokemon. I'm trying to think of something that has like a lot of art, but different type of art, and it still looks good. And there's different ways you can promote that art. Donkey Kong, right? Super Nintendo. Not Super Nintendo. Super Mario. Pokemon. Even Sonic, right? Sonic. Even something like fucking Digimon, right? Where it's like mass, right? Dragon Ball Z too, yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Just imagine when the NFTs hit this shit. It's gonna be a fucking explosion in the world. Like the world's gonna explode. It's gonna be crazy. But that's the power of still images. NFTs really show the power of still images. And everybody's like, oh, you gotta do video. It's like, no. Still images, they still work. And I know because I sell shit every day with just a still image. Like a lot of our ad guys, they be like, no, don't do the video. And we just send like 10 or 15 still images and they work. They work. And they're cheaper. The reason, I'm going to tell you, another reason still images work is because you can put the deals in the image. Like it's an offer, it's an instant offer that you can sell. It's harder to sell an offer with a video than a still image. That's just that. But I mean, it's subjective on the marketer. Some marketers can sell good offers through video. But I mean, like personal video is blowing up right now. Like people just on camera selling. It's really blowing up. But I'm talking about like just different ways people sell. Like, oh, this video, I'm gonna tell you what video really dominates. Video really dominates when you're selling something that's like problem solving oriented. Like if you're selling let's say you're selling like a bra strap for heavy set women. Like, well, I can't. Well, yeah, you can show like the back of the strap, right? You can be like, oh yeah, look how easy it straps. Like it's easy strap, right? New, easy strap. It's safe. It doesn't fall down, and then boom, it's been featured on CNN and featured on this, boom, 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 right? Now that's easy. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to problem solving, video it hits. It really hits well. It hits very well. So video is good, but I'm just saying, don't rule out still images. They still work. Like it's not dead. Still images is not dead. Not even close to dead. So let me talk about other common issues. So we talk about 500 sites. From 500 to 700 sites, if I was to evaluate, what would be a common issue? Product photos, product pages, like options, right? And consistency. And also, like a lot of people, they like when they get into Shopify, they think that it's like a copy and paste. That's another thing. Like people think that Shopify is copy and paste. It can be, but it's still brand. Like you can't just go on. You can't just. This is not 2010 or 2000. What is it, like 14, 2015, when people would just get on Alibaba and be like, oh, look at that butterfly necklace, and then they just use Oberlo and then they just copy it on their site and be like, yeah, let's sell this for like $100 and it costs $10. Like, no, it's not gonna work because you're taking the description. You're not gonna rank, and yeah, that's why one product stores was good because at a time because it's like okay, I could take this product, rename it, and be like, oh yeah, this is the I don't know, Britney Spears butterfly necklace, right? And it's not even Britney Spears. You just use the name to boost it. I'm just using an example. If you had a one product store, right? But this is not 2010. Like you can't just do that. You have to have different copy. The copy has to be customized. And a lot of people, they don't do that. They just copy it right over. They're like, okay, I'm going to copy this shit and see what happens. Oh, I got a store. Like, no, that's not going to work. It'll work, but eventually you're not going to be able to scale with that. You gotta customize. So that's a common issue. And then another common issue is speed. But I don't want to talk about speed. I want to talk about like not maximizing what Shopify does. That's another one. That's another big one. Like not leveraging what Shopify can do. They don't really take advantage of everything you can use. And that's the beauty of having a professional is maximizing. I think that's what I'm going to talk about on the next one. It's just maximizing what Shopify can do. Because it's very powerful. Like when I because I was a WordPress developer before I got into Shopify. And when I found out about Shopify, I was like, wow, this shit is amazing. And I was like, the developers who developing these apps, they are amazing. Like they are real problem solvers. And I don't think people really appreciate what people do. Like, especially like those Shopify app guys, like, I think it's amazing that you can put an estimated time where a delivery will be for a customer and you're just a regular person. Like when you do that as a regular person, you be like, damn, like my site looks like Delta Airlines, or like you be like, wow. You think you're like, well, it's just people that they hire to do this, right? They just have a lot of money to hire them. And then once you get good at hiring them, you be like, oh, I could be just as good as them. But you can't be good as them because they have trillions of fucking dollars. So they can just keep optimizing. But if you can keep it minimal and leverage white space, you can just keep something, you can just have it consistent. You just focus on consistency. It's easier to create a website now than it was years ago, because years ago you really had to convince the customer. Now the customer, when they want it, they can get it faster and they just leave. It's better to me. But yeah, that's a common issue. Like not leveraging Shopify for what it can really do. But that just comes down to what? Knowing professionals and knowing a strategist. You have to have a good strategist because he's going to know, a good strategist is going to know all the apps you can use and look at your site and be like, yeah, we can add that. That'll give it that extra touch. This will help his site in this way. And then they add it and they be like, okay, we don't really need that. And then boom, they just optimize it for minimal. It's minimal, but it looks good. And it's giving the customer everything that they need to buy at an efficient rate. And it's no easy, safe, big throughout the whole site. And it's not slowing it down, right? It's not slowing the site down. And boom, it's beautiful. It's beautiful work. Like to somebody like me, like when I see a Shopify store, it's like I'm a lawnmower. It's like I'm a lawn care guy who sees all these weeds and I'm just tearing it out like, oh, I see that weed, I see that. And you just optimize and then boom, they got sales coming in.